Hey, well, hello from Montana. This is the first time I've ever been to the state of Montana. I'd briefly been into Wyoming, and then I just finished traveling through Wyoming yesterday. And I told you in my previous video, if you saw it, I think only a couple hundred people have even seen that video. But in my previous video, I said I was going to do a lot more van related stuff and show you more about how I'm living in the van, as opposed to all the tourist stuff that, you know, you can really go do a search for Yellowstone National Park and have hundreds of thousands of videos probably, or at least tens of thousands of videos about that. So no sense me really making those kind of videos because you've already seen that all. So I decided I want to start making my videos more of a like a van life perspective. You know, how I use my van, because the van is built, it's working great. I've gone about 1,600 miles. I'm currently about 1,600 miles away from my hometown of Houston, so the van is performing well. But let me show you mechanically, let me show you how things are working on the inside of the van whenever, you know, on my daily use. Now, I'm not going to go through like a morning routine or anything like that right now. I just want to kind of show you a few brief things, and then I'll make more detailed videos about those kind of things, like, you know, like the kitchen setup. Can you see it? Well, that's the sink there. Kitchen setup and things like that. So right now it is currently almost noon. Let's see if that'll I don't know if that's coming in. The lights, there we go. Well, disappeared. So it's almost noon on Thursday, the 15th of August. I'm gonna flick these two lights off. I want to show you my blackout setup right now, and I want you to see how dark it is after I flick these two lights off. So let's say I wanted to take a nap, you know, in the middle of the day, and it was cool enough. Like right now it's in the mid 60s right now. Let me show you. Let's pull that up real quick, as a matter of fact. So I'm basically near West Yellowstone. It's currently, that light up there, currently 70 degrees. With the high today of, ooh, 72. It's gonna be a blistering heat today. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, let me show you what it looks like with the lights off. I just got this, switch the flick here. Okay, so that's with the lights off. Now there are a few areas, like in the back here of the curtain, that light does come through a little bit, and up here. Now I don't usually have this up. This is covering my fantastic fan. I don't usually have that up. I usually like to have airflow come through, but I just wanted to kind of give you a look. Let me just turn you around to the front here. And I'm going to show you what I've got up there here in a second. But just a little bit of light will peek through. Not a whole lot, but it definitely, I could easily sleep in here. Let me pull this down. So that's how it would look like in the morning. Like, I'm asleep, and I use this. I don't have an alarm clock. I haven't used an alarm clock in, I don't know, 10 years probably. But I've been living this van for 4 years, and this is my alarm clock. When the sun starts coming in, that wakes me up basically. So I could put that on there though and sleep later if I wanted to. Okay, so when I'm not sleeping, this is my refrigerator here, a Dometic refrigerator. When I'm not sleeping, this is one of those cooler ones that it lifts up right here, so most of the heat would disappear out of this area, the least insulation. So I always put my cover when I'm not sleeping on top of here to help insulate it. This is where I keep my sleeping clothes. So after I've woke up for the day, I usually wear my sleeping clothes for a couple days before and I'll talk a whole lot more about that, because that comes into the bedding as well. I want to explain how I do my bed, but not in this video. But anyways, this is my sleeping clothes, and that is Ralph and Ralph, CPA firm back in Houston, Texas. My friend Greg, Simone, and Mr. Ralph, Paul, they run that business back in Houston. I've known Greg since I was, I think, in the 3rd grade, so we've known each other a long time. Anyway, it's a great firm. Go look them up online. I think it's ralphcpa.com. Go check them out. Not sponsored. Well, they did give me the free shirt, so yeah. Okay, now, curtains. I use magnets. Here, and I'm not good at sewing, so all I did was I taped it up. I taped the magnets on, and it just kind of sticks together and holds together like that. When I'm not using the curtains, I kind of push them out of the way here, and then I have these clips I've got these clips to kind of clip in there and slide them and hold them in place. So let's do that on both sides. Just move it out of the way. Clip it on. And actually these magnets can stick on. Oh, this is my, these are my bear guards. I'm in bear country. Montana has the highest grizzly bear population in the country, in the USA. And so if a bear were to break in, well, they got to get through the metal too. So yeah, just kidding. This is for security, but it's good for bear security as well. Okay, it's getting brighter in here now that we've started opening things up, like the vent fan and the back windows. So here's my front curtain setup. Now, you may know there's a little gap right here. I like to put a fan here, so I pull these curtains all the way to block out most of the light, and then I have a fan here that circulates the fresh air from the front of the cab to the back, because I keep my windows slightly cracked. And then I use my fan. I use the fan on reverse, so it sucks air out. So basically it's sucking the warm air out of the van here. In the meantime, while that is on, this fan is turned on, and that fan is blowing. Oh, it feels good. This fan is blowing the fresh air, so the overhead vent is sucking air from the windows, the cracked windows, into the cab area, and this fan is sucking that air into the living quarters. So that's how I run, that's how I kind of keep it cool in here while keeping it, you know, completely blacked out as well. Not completely, but 95% blacked out. Okay, so here's my little charging station area. This is my 3-gallon water jug, pump water jug, but this, I don't know, just fits in there nicely. This little inverter, it's a 200-watt inverter, because my other one over here, it blew out, or it shorted out, so I bought another one that I just plug in, and I kind of keep it here. It kind of sits in there nicely, and I just plug all my devices in there and keeps them charged. It shows how much of a charge is being drawn right there, and I usually stack things right here to charge them, and of course my fan's running there as well. But let me show you what we're looking at here, my campsite here in Montana. Gotta move. This is my desk, if you'll remember, if you've seen that video, my desk video. Oh, and by the way, I started putting stickers on this guy. So shit went down in Jackson Hole. That's my first sticker I picked up, and then I picked up I hike solo, Jackson, Wyoming. And I just got this one the other day, Grand Teton, and it's got a little moose on there, National Park. So these are my first 3 stickers, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put stickers all over this box, and then on this side and on the other side, and maybe the opposite side. But I don't know, I just figured I need to be picking up stickers at places that I visit, or you know, that I go check out, and I thought it'd be cool to have something like that. But let me show you my view where we are today. So I pulled in here last night. This is a campsite on the lake here in Montana, and I pulled in here late last night and kind of set things up, and man, the mosquitoes are crazy, but it's okay in here right now. Let's show you the front though. Well, this is another thing I need to show you as well. So I've got these I've got this Reflectix up here. I've got one covering all the front window to help keep it cool in here, and it just has a little bit of light coming from the above the mirror. And I've got both windows are set up as well with the Reflectix to keep the heat out. Now you may notice I've got these cutouts right here and over there. Well, that's because the window is cracked. See how I keep it cracked right there? So that allows, when I turn the fan on back there to suck air, it sucks air right through here into the back. And that way, that's the way I keep the van cool. Let me show you the view though out the front window. It's pretty cool. Ta-da! I don't know how, okay. So looking from the bed back here, that is the view of the lake and the mountains out the front window. And I did remember to clean my windshield before doing this video because it was pretty dirty. And then we got these boats. These things are kind of anchored out here. I don't know if there's a pier or what, how they get to these things, but they're just kind of anchored with no one in them. I don't know. It's strange. But this is my view for, I don't know, the next day or two. Oh, there's someone out rowing over there. Let's zoom in on them and see what's up. I'm glad I got this camera with the zoom now. It's a lot more fun than just a regular GoPro with no zoom. So we got two guys out here. Let's see, do we see any fishing gear? What are they up to today? Oh, yeah, I see a fishing pole. Okay. Okay, a couple guys out there fishing today. Cool. Okay, so now that I've shown you what I'm currently up to, where I'm currently staying, and a couple things about the van, and I'm going to show you a lot more things coming up in future videos, like my morning routine, how I cook things in the van, inside and outside, because if you recall in the back, I can open those back doors and I can either cook from the inside of the van or the outside of the van. But I'm going to try and show you guys a lot more about van life, real van life, and what it's like. Like I said, I've been living in my van for 4 years. The majority of that has been urban stealth camping, but just recently I've started traveling. Like last year I took a 106-day road trip. Oh, and today happens to be, if I had my phone next to me, let me grab it. Let's see what day we're on. So I keep a tracker of the day I took off on my trip, and so I track how many days I've been on this trip. Let me click it. 100 days. Get that light off there. There we go. Today is the 100th day of this summer road trip. When am I going back to Houston, huh? That's often the question I get from my friends. When are you coming back? Well, let me show you this, if that comes in or not. This may be backwards. I'm not sure if it's going to come up backwards. Maybe I can flip it or something. But yeah, currently it's 91 in Houston, and we're looking at 90s all week. I'm not ready to go back to Houston. It's way too hot still. But maybe October. Anyways, so I've shown you around. Now I want to show you what I've done over the past week and a half to 2 weeks in Wyoming. My road trip when I entered Wyoming, and then what I did, and then passing through. I actually went through Yellowstone, and it was way too crowded. I didn't do anything there. I'm gonna go back later on. But anyways, take a look. This is what I've done in Wyoming for the past couple weeks.